Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the Algebra 1 concept of factoring trinomials. This is standard A.10E in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 33 off the 2022 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we need to find one expression that is a factor of this trinomial. It's a trinomial because it's got three terms here sitting in our classic ax squared plus bx plus c notation. But they're only going to give us one factor. Sometimes they can give us both factors. We can kind of skip all the factoring and just FOIL out the answer selections to find the one that matches. So this is a little bit more tricky. But never fear, we've got our three terms that we're looking for. We need to find our A term, so that's going to be 10. We need to find our B term, that's going to be a negative 19. And our C term, that's going to be 6. Once we have these, we can use the diamond method. Now, the diamond method is not the only way to solve this, but it is highly effective, and it is a great algorithm to be familiar with. So what we do in the top here is we take our A and our C term and we multiply them. So that's going to give me a 10 times 6. So let's put a 60 up here. Now underneath we are just going to put our B term, negative 19. On the left and right we're going to write AX over factor and then AX over factor. So what we're looking for, we are looking for, my A is 10, so I'm going to write 10x over. We're looking for two factors that we're going to put beneath those 10x's that multiply to 60 but add to negative 19. Okay? So the fact that it needs to add to a negative but multiply to a positive, that's a clue that both of my factors need to be negative, right? Because two negatives make a positive when you multiply. All right, so I've got negative 1, negative 60, that's going to add to negative 61, so that's no good. We just keep going. Negative 2 and negative 30, right? That's going to get me negative 32. Negative 3, negative 10. Okay, that's going to give me, actually I need a negative 6, negative 10. That's going to give me negative 16, getting closer, right? So I need a negative 3. I skipped one. There we go. Negative 3 and negative 20 is going to get me negative 23. There we go. I think this is what I've been looking for. Negative 4 and negative 15, right? You just list them all out. Because look at that. Negative 4 and negative 15, that's going to get me, if I add them, negative 19. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think that's it. So we want negative 4 and negative 15 because they multiply to 60, but they add, there we go, to negative 19, which is exactly what we're looking for. So what we do is we write these two factors here, negative 4, negative 15. Now what we ask ourselves is, in this fractional notation, is there any way to simplify these? Because if there is, then we're going to do that. And so we've got, these are both even. They could be divided by 2, so that would be a negative 2, right? That'd be a 5. So we can rewrite this as 5x over negative 2. Both of these can be divided by 5s, right? So that's going to be a 2. It's going to be a negative 3. So 2x over negative 3. Now, we can write each of these as binomials. So 5x, and then your denominator is the second part, minus 2. And then I've got 2x, and then the denominator is the other part, minus 3. Okay? And if we want, we can FOIL this out to make sure it works, right? 10x squared minus 15x minus 4x plus 6. Obviously, that simplifies to minus 19x, which is what we started with. And I see this 5x minus 2 right there. I don't see a 2x minus 3, but they only want us to have one of these factors. So that is my answer, D.